Yo, YouTube, what's going on? So in this video, I'm basically gonna walk you guys through how I get my max allowable offer and my lowest allowable offer. Just a quick little background. I was just editing a video and I was basically recording a live cold call of me giving an offer, and I just got to spewing out a bunch of numbers. I'll play the clip here. Let's say it's worth 200,000. Square footage on this property is 1,000 square feet. So we're gonna put that into our calculator. So that'll be a $35,000 rehab. Max buy is 100, LAO is 70. Yeah, so I wanted to show you guys where I got these numbers from and how I get my MAO and my lowball offer to throw towards sellers. Yeah, I just want to make it clear for my audience and anyone who may stumble upon my video. I think it'll be nice for me to have in my archive. And also, I might switch it up in the future. So this is just me cataloging how I do things now, so I can look back at it and be like, wow, look how little I knew, or wow, that really worked. I'm so glad I did that. You know, X, Y, and Z. So hope you guys enjoy. Comment, like, and subscribe. Peace. All right, this is basically my instant offer calculator. I got this from Jerry Norton. It has a bunch of cool stuff. As is formulas, takes the average of all three websites, Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin. You just input these and it gives you the average, divides it by 75, blah, blah, blah. But this is basically what I use it for, ARV formula calculator. This is a little bit more niched in. And I'm just going to quickly run through basically what it does and what I added. So this isn't how his calculator looks. It looks a little different. I just added a couple of things just for my own benefit, and I'll go through that shortly in a second here. But basically what this calculator does is gives me an offer price. And so what I do is I go on either PropStream, or you can go on the MLS if you have MLS access, or Zillow.com, or any of the second, third-party MLS websites, Redfin, Zillow.com, all those websites. Basically, you want to put in the square footage of your subject property. Boom. Then what I was doing there was I found the ARV, as you saw in the video, and I determined that the ARV was going to be 200,000. So I put 200,000 into the ARV bubble here. ARV standing for after repair value. So once you put in the work and make the property shiny and sparkly, what will that property sell for on the market? You know what I mean? Then you find repair costs, and that's basically why I asked them, oh, what's the roof like? What's the bathroom like? When was the last time you updated the kitchen? What are your floors like? What are your X, Y, and Z? So you heard me say that, and that's basically to determine how much it would cost to get that property up to the standard of 200,000, right? To get it all fixed up, all sparkly, to now be worth 200,000, right? So there are three levels of condition. There's light, average, and heavy. Light is basically the property is new. You just need to slap some paint on the walls, maybe lay down some new carpet, and boom, it's moving ready. Average is the property is livable, but it's not 2023 standards, right? It's not worth 200,000 right now. No new millennial is gonna move in and pay 200,000 for that property because it's outdated. Now, averages means you're gonna want to update the kitchens. You're gonna want to add the new fancy stainless steels, the new granite countertops, all that fancy stuff that people like. You're gonna want to go into the bathrooms and add new vanities and new tile and just make it nice. Average, heavy is basically the property is not livable at all. The condition is terrible. The roof is falling in. You have leaks. You got foundation issues. You need new drywall. There's mold. You just can't live in it. It's a trash. It's a dump. You know what I mean? And that's basically the condition of the property that I got under contract now, that I'm having issues on. I basically confused up the conditions, but I'll dive into that on another video. What this sheet does is it basically takes the conditions and then gives you a price per square foot. So light is $10, average is $35, and heavy is $100. So basically it takes the square footage of the subject property, multiplies that by each of these three, and it outputs a number, right? Now it's up to you to determine what the condition of the property is. Obviously it gives you all three. So from the questions I asked him, I determined that it was going to be average. It's telling me that an average rehab at $35 a square foot for 1,000 square feet is going to be $35,000 a square foot that you're going to need to put into this property. I input that here. at the repair cost. So now I know the repair cost, $35,000. So now this is the great part of this calculator, right? It takes all three of these boxes, right? And it's going to output this information here. Now, first off, you'll see exit, which is basically what I'm going to want to sell the property at. This is what investors are going to want to buy the property at, right? So investors are going to want to buy property at 75% of ARV. So whatever properties are going for in that area, they want for 75%, right? So that means I'm going to have to sell it at 115. Obviously, I want to take out my wholesale fee of $15,000. That's just the wholesale fee that I came up with, that I'm aiming to make on every single deal. Whatever you want to make is what you're going to make. If you go for a bunch of deals and you want to make $10,000, you're going to make $10,000. If you want to go for a bunch of deals and you bake in 15, you're going to make 15. If you bake in $50,000 per deal, you're going to make 50,000. Whatever you're aiming to make is what you're going to make. So I want to make 15K on each deal. That's what I'm aiming for. So this is what I bake into my numbers. So that's what I have. So you subtract what I'm going to sell it for, this is what the investor wants it for, minus your wholesale fee, and this is your max allowable offer, your max buy, MAO, max allowable offer. So I know this is the highest I can go for this to be a deal, is $100,000, right? And as you know, this is why you asked for the price. He said he can do $100,000. Now, I know my MAO and my max is $100,000. I'm not just going to throw out $100,000. You don't do that, right? So that's why I put in this option here. It's called LAO. This is called lowest amount allowable offer, right? Which is 70% of the MAO, 70% of this 100,000. So this gives me 70,000. So instead of coming out, and I know that we are at the same number, but instead of coming out and saying I can give you 100,000, I come out and say I'll give you 70 for it. And the reason behind that is I'm not playing hardball. It's a negotiation tactic, right? Psychologically, if I throw out $100,000, that's now our baseline. He's gonna want to negotiate farther and get the most amount for his property that he could possibly get, right? So now we're going above what's even a deal at this point. So whereas if I throw out 70,000, now that's our baseline. Now we negotiate. Oh, can't do 70. Let's do 75. Can't do 75. Let's do 80. Let's do. Then we make our way up to 100. Now he feels like he got a deal. You know what I mean? You see the psychology behind that? Now there's a deal there. So I throw out 70. This is a field that I added myself. So I basically input these three numbers and the calculator does the rest. I'll just throw out this number, boom, make my way up to this number, boom. You'll see buyer all in. This is basically giving me a bird's eye view on the deal, basically letting me know that if a buyer buys it at 115 and they put in $35,000 worth of work, they will be all in on the deal 150, right? They put it on the market for 200,000, they make 50,000, right? Because they're all in 150, sell it for 200, that's a 50K spread. So I hope that makes sense. Write in the comments if you want this calculator. This is my little spin-off on Jerry Norton's calculator. Hopefully this is not too long. Hopefully you liked it. Yo, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, my little walkthrough. And make sure you share the video for anyone who might be new in the business and that might be able to find this information useful. I had to record that video twice. First one ended up being 20 minutes. It was way too long. So I just recorded a second time, simplified it. So yeah, give me a like, comment down below something new that you learned in this video. Also, follow me on Instagram. That'll be in the link below. I'm open to DMs, everything like that. Shoot me a follow there, and that'll be the best way to get in touch with me if you have any questions or just want to network with anything. So yeah, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Good luck, keep your head up, keep grinding. No one believes in you, I do.